Hello guys, what is up? It is me, Joe. Welcome back to the next series, which is Banjo-Tooie. I said I was gonna play either this or I think Super Mario 64, and I decided on this mainly because it's been a lot longer since I played this game, and I really want to give it a try. I don't remember that much about it, but well, actually I do, but I don't at the same time. And just to get this out of the way right now, I am playing this on my very old capture card, which is not the best at all. So the quality is not going to be... well, I mean, yeah, the quality is not going to be the best, but at the same time, this is like an N64 game, so it's like, how good of quality can you even get? So I skipped the intro because the intro is like 10 minutes long, and I don't really want to sit through all that. Pretty much what happened is Grunty got freed from the boulder by her sisters, and she went to the house, and Bottles was still in the house, and she just casted a spell, and that's pretty much how Bottles died. And she unleashed enemies over here. That's pretty much what happened, and it took them 10 minutes to explain that, which is hilarious. So we got Klungo over here. I don't know how much he was mentioned in the previous game, but he was in a couple cutscenes. I think he was in 2 or something, I don't remember. It's been a little bit since I've done that. And the cool thing, well, it's been a bit since I played Kazooie, I mean. And the cool thing about this game is that you have the talent trot to start off with, like in Kazooie. Like, talent trot from Kazooie, I don't even know what I'm saying. And the wading boots and the sprinting shoes are over there, which you also had in the previous game. The molehill is also here. I don't know what happens if you press B. Don't really feel like doing it. And over here, as you can see, there are eggs like there were in the last game. But the good thing about this one is that they come in nests, and the blue eggs come in nests of 20. They don't always come in 20, depending on what egg type you get. It will give you a little bit. Like, I think the grenade eggs give you 10 or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. And unlike the first game, I don't really think there's anything to do in Spiral Mountain. Well, actually, let me go over here, because there is this shock pad over here, which if you go up here, it leads to a Cheeto page. And what Cheeto pages do is, it's pretty much the same thing as actually finding Cheeto and Kazooie and getting cheats. But in this game, you're finding pages of Cheeto throughout the entire world, and then you return them to him, and he gives you a cheat in exchange for the pages. And you enter those cheats in the first world, I think. Which is funny, because in Kazooie you entered them in the second world, in this one you're doing it the first. And that person that talked to me when I pick up the eggs is Bottles' brother. I don't remember if they mentioned that. Well, they have to mention that, because or else I wouldn't know. But, like, I mean, I don't know when they mention it. And the interesting thing here is that they just thrust you into a boss battle. Not that the boss battle is hard or anything, but it's you pretty much just bump into him 3 times and he dies. So this boss is actually interesting, even though he's easy, because Klungo will drink 3 different potions. I think there's red, blue, and green. And depending on which potion he drinks, it'll do a number of different things. Like the red one makes him bigger. I think the green one... the blue one I think duplicates him, and then the green one makes him invisible. It might be the other way around. I don't exactly remember. I hope he drinks the red one, because the red one is the easiest. And it's actually cool because you fight this guy 3 times, and like if he does the red potion this time, he'll do either the blue or green potion, and if he does like the other potion, then he'll only have 1 other potion to use and a 3rd time. So yeah, this is the red one. He actually chose a good potion to use. Pretty much what happens is he gets big like this, and you want to hit him. That's pretty much it. And then he will surround himself in the shield, and pretty much he's invincible during this time. You can't do anything to him. And I actually like this camera angle. I don't know why. It's like the same thing. It just looks really cool for some reason. So you wait for the shield to dissipate, and then you hit him. That kind of glitched out a little bit there because the shield was already gone, but it didn't let me hit him. And you pretty much do it 3 times and he's out. Okay, there we go. I see those honeycombs in the background. I want them. And then he just falls to the ground, drops honey. I don't know why he had honey in him, but whatever. Then he just gets back up cheerfully like nothing happened to him. Nasty barren bird hurts. Poor Congo. Man, this text is so slow. Why don't you run off and we'll forget this ever happened. Let's do it. I think you can speed the text up in this game. Yeah, you can by holding A. So scratch what I said about the text being too slow, because it doesn't have to be like that. And this tunnel that we're actually in, this huge thing, there goes jam jars again, but this entire cave you will never see again. Pretty much once you exit this place, like if you exit this place and come back, it'll put you all the way back to Spiral Mountain, so you will never have to walk through this place again. So I don't know if they actually like put Easter eggs in this room or something that you can easily miss, but I wouldn't put it past myself if they did. So we're going over here. These are the Jinjo houses. There is a thing over there we can't do because we don't have the ability required. And if you look up, where is it? Up there on the roof of the red house, you'll see that there's a treble clef note that we can't get because we don't have to move to get it. Voice crack. So here's gold feathers and feathers. They are pretty much in the same spot and they alternate. The red feathers give you 20. I think the gold ones give you 10. Not exactly sure. Let's see. 2. Okay. Wow, I was way off. So, and these things are silos. Pretty much you go up to them and then they activate. Once they're activated, they turn green. And once you have more than one activated, you can go from one to another. Because that's how big this overworld area is. So what we have to do now is go over to this golden building over here and talk to the Jinjo King. And then the Jinjo King stuff happens and bam. Then cutscene, go! Man, those kind of look like faces on the wall. I don't know if that's just me. It probably is. So there's that pink thing that I mentioned in Kazooie that this guy owned, but it's like 10 times bigger. Yo, what's up? I'm King Jingling. King of all things Jinjo and ruler of this village. I keep forgetting I can press A, but whatever. My people were scared away by those witches and the giant machine. I kind of like it quiet, but I need to get them all back for the kickball tournament. Oh, boo-hoo. No one cares. Jinjos and moles. Apparently there's like a kickball rivalry or something between Jinjos, moles, I don't know. And the cool thing about this game is that there is no Jiggy Dance. That's pretty much the animation that plays when you get a Jiggy. It just circles around you and then disappears, which is a lot better than Kazooie, because in Kazooie you had to wait for this dumb dance to finish unless you were underwater, because if you were underwater then it would like not do the animation, and that was like a speedrun tactic. He's talking about Jiggy, oh yeah, Jiggies and stuff, but I don't really care. I never got why his body is like golden. Is that supposed to be a shirt or something? I don't know, but like it's weird. Can you show us the way, King Dingling? It'll be my pleasure. And then we go to Bottles' house for some reason. I don't know why. And then we got Ash Ketchum over there. Ash Ketchup. And then we leave, and there's also another cutscene, which I'm gonna skip because, like I said, the cutscenes in this game can be long, and I really don't want to waste time. I just want to get into gameplay, because if I was viewing all these cutscenes, then this would be an entire video, like right here, probably after this cutscene. If I was letting them go on, this would probably be the end of the episode, so that's why. Okay, so skip that. Pretty much what happens in this cutscene is Grunty fires a giant laser down and pretty much sucks the life out of King Jingling. Oops, my controller fell out of my hand a little bit. So if we go back, we can see that King Jingling is actually zombified, and his little pet thing is dead. So we can actually hit him with eggs and stuff, but there's really no point. You can knock him around, and I think if you stand here long enough, he will tell you stuff like this. Don't mess with Tarzan. He's got a terrible temper. That's actually a boss in World 1, I think. I could be wrong, but if I'm not, then GG for me. So now what they want us to do is they want us to head on over to Bottles' house, which is over here. I don't know how Bottles got over here in Kazooie. I don't know how this place is like really connected with Spiral Mountain, but oh well. So this is his wife, and she's holding what looks like to be a BT mug, Banjo-Tooie. So fine, she's doing fine. They're all doing fine. And then Kazooie just wants to like tell her that her husband is dead, because that's what a Kazooie do. Kazooie likes that kind of stuff because she's mean. Sir, he'll be back soon. Sure, I don't even know what I just said. So there's a monster down here, which you don't really need to do anything about this guy. I'm just going to kill him because why not? Die. And in this game, I mentioned this in Kazooie, but in this game, the honeycombs will eventually despawn. And I wonder how long is the thing? I want to see when this thing despawns. Watching the honeycomb, the best thing you've ever seen. It should despawn like any second. Yeah, it despawns. In Kazooie, you can pretty much just let them be, and they'll stay there indefinitely. But these ones here, since they're kind of placed here, they'll never respawn. Well, they'll never despawn, I should say. So those ones just stay there. And now we want to head on over to this mole who has a Donkey Kong doll. And why you itchy? And you really want to talk to this guy because he gives you these goggles which enable you to see further. So that's why I wanted to talk to him. I usually miss these when I do normal playthroughs, but not going to this time. The Omazo Gaze. How do they work? Bander's Eyes View, yeah, press C left and right to zoom in and out, not bad. So this is what it is. You do the C left, Z right, C, not Z. Man, it feels so awkward holding an N64 controller again, but I really like it. Just, it feels good. So and then we go to Ash Ketchum, who has an airplane over here. Hi, Specky. His name is Specky. Going to be playing in the kickball tournament. Nobody cares because he's dead. Especially for my dad, since he's such a hero. I didn't even read that. I don't know what he said. I should probably be reading like these things. I don't know why I don't. Like, I just skip them because it's like, dude, I want to get to the gameplay. Although we've kind of been doing gameplay, but we've just been walking to places. I want to go to the next world, man. We're already on like 13 minutes and 30 seconds over here. So you go through the hole, and pretty much you end up over here, which this guy, let's see, yeah, this guy just, whoever he is, Jiggy Wiggy, just talks to you. I don't know where he is or how he's communicating with us, but oh well. It's like one of those things where the camera's listening to it, not Banjo-Kazooie. It's like, dude, why are you talking to a camera? I'll never understand why. So here's another silo here. If I were to jump in here, it would let me go back to Jinjo Village. And if we go down this path over here, there's a Jinjo here, which this may or may not be your first Jinjo, because you might not think to come down here. And the Jinjos in this game are actually randomized. So this Jinjo could be white, he could be purple, he could be red, but for my game he's green. Yippee, you saved me, I'm off for home now. I kind of hoped that he would be white, because there's only one white Jinjo in the game. So when you collect the white Jinjo, it just automatically gives you a Jiggy because he's the last Jinjo. So I was kind of hoping for that, too bad it didn't happen. And then it shows you where they live, because I really wanted to see that. Thanks for rescuing me. I live in this house with the rest of my similar colored family. Rescue us all and we'll give you the family heirloom. I love heirlooms. They feel good in between my toes. Okay, there's a honeycomb that we got from killing the person thingamajig. And as you saw there, the way that some of the things in this game are displayed, they're different from Kazooie. Like in this game, the life was displayed differently, and in this game, it's pretty much just straight. And when you're underwater, it actually shows bubbles it shows bubbles instead of actual, like, blue honeycombs, which I think is better. There is a way to actually improve your oxygen or get more bubbles so you can breathe longer underwater, but that's a thing that we'll be able to get at World 2, which I'm surprised that you get it so early. But we don't get it in World 2. We actually have to go back to Banjo's house and free the fish, and that's pretty much how we get it. Remember, no cameras permitted and only food purchased at McJiggy's can be eaten within. I don't know why I only read that, but I did. Ooh, auto walk. I love auto walk. So, greetings, O chosen one. You have entered the sacred temple of the Jiggy Wiggy. I don't know why I'm chosen. Actually, it kind of makes sense that Banjo's the chosen one, since he's like one of the only people in this world to get... Oh, you can actually go... Wait, what? This is an info signpost. I keep forgetting I can press A. I think you can skip the text altogether, but if you go back here, you can actually go through the thing. I don't know how you're able to do that, but Banjo is the chosen one, so he can do whatever he wants. There are 3 signs here. They pretty much have riddles on them. I'll read one, because why not? Witchy world is where fortune may smile upon you. That riddle is obviously in Witchy World, and I think what you do is you go into the tent, because there is a tent in Witchy World where you can get like your fortune or whatever, and it has a random chance of giving you a Cheeto page. I think that's what it gives you. I'm not gonna go for all Cheeto pages, because why would I? Okay, so you must complete the image before you. If you what? I don't even know what I said. And this is one of the reasons why I did the LP on N64 rather than, oops, did not mean to do that, rather than on emulator, because on the emulator, this part goes so fast for some reason. Like, you can't do it. Like, I don't know why. Like, the FPS goes to like 1,000. You can't do anything because everything's too fast. And just mainly the emulator has its bugs, just like anything, really. I think the only advantage to the emulator version, like the emulated version in this, is that there's like the like the slowdown is not as bad because it's going off your computer, although I'm not exactly sure. You will see a lot of slowdown in this Let's Play, mainly because it's on the N64 and not like on an emulator or anything. Although on an emulator, I would still expect some slowdown. And this is my first time. I think this is one of the first times of me attempting recording my N64. So I don't really know how good the quality will be on this. I don't expect it to be too good or too bad either. It's like the N64, so it's like, what can you really do? You do not have enough Jiggies to attempt challenge number 2. Well, I haven't even had a chance to go to the world. But that's okay. And the door shuts and we cannot enter. Is there anything back here? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Ooh, feathers. Let me get another golden feather. I could have got it there, but why would I ever do that? I'm gonna end the video soonish, right about here, because we're getting about 20 minutes. I know we didn't really do anything, and this is why I wanted to skip the cutscenes, because if I didn't skip the cutscenes, this probably would be part 2. Like, I don't even know. This part 1 would have ended like way back there, so that's why I wanted to skip these. So I'll enter this world and I'll pretty much just stop, because why not? So this is the pad, just get this before we leave, you know? This is the warp pad, find another one in this world and you'll be able to warp between them. Which is one of the great things about this game that they didn't have in Kazooie, which I love in this game, like I just said. So, in the next episode we will tackle World 1, and unlike Kazooie, Kazooie, voice crack, excuse me, this world we will not be able to complete in one episode. We won't be able to even complete it until we go to the next world, I think, because you need a move from the next world to be able to do stuff in this world. I forgot like what it is, but you just do. So anyway, see you later and goodbye.